How does the dance go? You gotta go side to side. There you go.
Welcome back into Poppin Off! I am Danny Otto. Joining with me as always is hashtag Corey Bear.
Gangnam Style.
Hashtag 50 Shades of Greg. I was waiting for it to go to you. Do something.
Gangnam Style.
And joining with us for the first time, but hopefully not the last time, we have our first featured artist ever.
That's right.
This is Laris.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes, there's so many people.
Yeah.
That's what I
Lights
say.
and people.
Too many
and-
Oh my God. Yeah. So many colors. Fantastic.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good. How about you?
I'm good.
Sorry,
I think you're
answered
supposed
for
to
you.
ask me that question.
I was.
Yeah, we are. You got this backwards already.
Yeah, he's like,
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So I'm
doing
here to
great.
support my book tonight.
Yeah. Our MO is to just talk to ourselves, and you got to chime in.
That's
what
how
we do.
This
That's
show
what we
is
do.
different.
Thank you. Please.
We
I
just,
appreciate that.
yeah, we don't make you nervous or anything. You just chime in with us like normal.
Good luck.
Great.
This is your chance right now. Go.
Go.
What do you do?
This is the only
Who
time
are
we're not
you?
talking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So I'm a theater artist and an actor here in New York City. I own a theater company called Quisqueya Productions. Quisqueya means mother of all lands in Taino, which was the language of the indigenous people of what you would become the Dominican Republic.
Oh.
The native peoples of the Caribbean.
Sure.
We have art and culture.
It's all of
Love
that
it.
Nice.
mixed in one.
Cool.
I've read one book, and that was it. That was
Only
the
one.
thing it told me.
Only
I've
one.
read-
It had a lot of pictures in it.
I've read one book.
I've read two. Suck it. Suck it. I've read two.
I'm done.
So-
I quit.
Okay, Greg is a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed.
Amped up?
He's.
You gave him the
Greg.
sugar before the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My
That was
brother-
my fault.
And my brother's here.
No, well, he's gotten worse
excited.
because I used to know him.
Yeah, you guys knew each other.
We've collaborated on projects before.
Yep.
We can't talk about it, but
No. Actually,
we signed
could-
NDAs.
Actually, one of them we kind of can't. It's
Yeah.
actually true.
Yeah, it is
one
true.
of them we can't. But
We're
yeah,
not
we have
just
worked
being-
together.
Was it
Yep.
cops?
It was.
You guys were playing
dude,
police officers?
It was domestic dispute. No, we
Oh.
were the domestics.
Oh, I was gonna say you were domestically abusing him, or
No, he was abusing me, but it
No,
doesn't
no,
matter.
it can't
that's
be
not.
like that.
That's not how it
It
works.
can't be
Look
like
at his
that
face.
because
Look at
then-
his face.
yeah, no, it
Who do
was
you think
you.
was the perpetrator? Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have to say anything else.
So cute.
That's like me, but it's like
Was it
me and
me?
Danny. Like,
Oh, yeah.
who's the abuser in this relationship?
Obviously, you.
It's 110%
we
you.
have video evidence.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
I
ever
was
get
provoked.
if I ever fall down the stairs, we know who it's
We're gonna
Maybe
have.
you need to stop making me angry, Danny.
Yeah.
We're going to need life alert. Dan.
She literally just said, "You made me do this." She was like, "It's your fault." Like, why did you make me do this? Why did you make me hit you?
So how did you get into the entertainment business?
Great.
Apparently, yeah.
Are we not allowed to talk about that? Is that
No, we don't talk about it.
No.
ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, about Corey beating me up?
Well, we'll talk about you now.
Yeah.
How did you get in? How did you start doing what you're doing?
So if you want to go way back.
Absolutely.
No,
I
we
want to
don't.
start with birth
In the womb. In the womb.
in the womb. Do you remember what you were doing? And you were like, I'm going to be an actor when I get out of here.
Yeah. I did. I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm going to read one book.
I'm gonna read one book and then I'm gonna decide that that's what it is. I don't know if my microphone's working right now. Can you hear me? It is. So great. So I was 10 years old and I saw Braveheart, and I said I have no idea what that is, but I want to do that for the rest of my life. Play with swords and kiss French princesses
Sure.
I mean,
and get
I
paid
think-
to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a good aspiration for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You can invade
and
another
since it-
country too. That's great too.
And since it was no longer legal,
Yeah.
he just decided to act.
There you go.
Yeah.
I channeled all that. No, so I said didn't really. I played a lot of sports in high school. I didn't want my friends to think I was weird, so like I pretended that I didn't like theater, and then they ended up being my biggest fans, man. I mean,
Nice.
when I started doing theater in college, they would come out, I would do monologues for them, and you imagine all these football guys like, dude, that was man,
Spoke to me.
Oh, that was so deep. Man.
Yeah,
You
dude,
do it again, bro.
I'm imagining like a campfire, and they're all like super drunk and maybe like looking around at whoever they're going to sexually assault, and then
On the list.
no, it's not.
It's on the list.
No. This was like Friday Night Lights. There was a moral message behind it.
Okay.
These were the football players.
All right.
It was on the list, Greg.
I'm just saying. Then he got up and did a monologue,
No
and it
sexual
changed their
assault
minds.
talk.
No.
You didn't let me finish. It's fine.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then got to college, started doing it, and decided to come to New York and make it happen. First play I did, actually, right out of college, I had to be naked on stage in front of 300 people. And I figured, I was like, well, if I can do this, I can do anything, man.
Yeah.
And I came out here, and I've been out here ever since.
I don't even like being naked in front of myself. So how did you gear yourself up for that? You're just like, well, this is gonna happen.
Well, I got to put actors are they'll kind of do anything to be the lead, and I got a chance to be in the lead in a play called Take Me Out, which is about a baseball superstar who comes out of the closet mid-season, and they're like, yo, you got to be full Monty, man, in front of 300 people over and over and over again. I said, well, here we go, man. If I'm gonna do it, let's do it.
I'd imagine after the first one, you're just like, I got this now. Like,
Yeah, it was really rough when my father's a practical joker, and my parents came to see the show, and they thought it'd be funny to invite my grandmother.
She'd already seen it.
and not tell her, and
She'd
not
already
tell
seen
her,
it.
man. It was just horrible, but
Surprise, Grandma.
surprise.
you just awkwardly wave.
Hey. No, no, I stayed in character, man. I'm serious about what I do.
So how did you transition from acting to actually having a theater company?
So I like to not wait on anyone else, and I figured while I was auditioning and not getting cast and things, which is just a common thing. I mean, I was getting cast, but it's you go on hundreds of auditions and never hear
Right.
back. I figured I'd take it into my own hands and start my own theater company. I'm Hispanic, so a lot of the plays that I like to do are either bilingual or Latino based or whatever. I also love Shakespeare, and I wasn't seeing the sorts of shows that I wanted to see in terms of the Shakespeare, so I decided to take it in my own hands and start my own company.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the theater company is now an offshoot of the film production company, which is what it is. Yeah.
Awesome.
You have a project going on right now. Can you tell us more about that?
I do. It's called Henry V. I don't know how much you
Never
know.
heard of it.
It's about this little known guy. Henry's the King of England. He goes and decides to invade France and wreaks havoc on the place. And then at the end, he kills a lot of people and then marries a really pretty princess.
Goddamn
Oh, that's
spoiler
really
alert!
lame.
Goddamn spoiler.
I'm not supposed to tell you the end of it.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's kind of how all Shakespeare. That's how they all end.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Well,
with the
no.
exception of
No,
Romeo and Juliet.
That's actually not true because it's a tragedy. Or it's not a tragedy. It's a history.
It's the history play.
History. So it doesn't have to end bad.
Unless history.
Yeah, all the history plays kind of end up like somebody gets married.
Right. But not technically, because that would be a comedy. So I think it's just in the middle. It's history. History.
What do you mean it's in the?
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Challenges.
challenges.
What's funny is, so I'm just gonna say it. So every once in a while, hashtag Tim Pratt will say something in here, and we have guests in all the time, but not always does he actually say full sentences. So I've seen you pause over and over again because you're like in the middle of talking to Greg, and so I know the camera's not on me, so I'm just like, what's he gonna do?
It's the voice of God.
I know. I'm like, what's he gonna do in this situation?
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman is speaking. In
But anyway, so
I
he
just
brought up
miss
a
my
good
friend.
point in our ears.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, like, what are some of the challenges you had that you faced? I mean, obviously it's not easy to start a company, period,
No.
no matter what it is.
No.
But then when you throw in theater, when you throw in acting, like, any of that stuff, like all of that is challenging.
Yeah.
So like, what are some of the challenges you've had to face, address, and overcome?
The big one is money, always, right?
Always.
You know, and this is the thing: is theater, especially to the newer generation, is the theater is not that sexy. Right? It's easier to sell a film or a digital short or whatever than it is to sell Shakespeare, especially if you're not accustomed to seeing it. Most of the people that go to see Shakespeare are in their 60s and 70s. And so, like, you got to really sell it to them, to those people. And so I use a lot of social media stuff. I use a lot of really cool graphics. I use a lot of really cool,
Lasers.
Lasers. I push the sword thing. Yeah. And the difficulties definitely are also wrangling that many people and making sure that it's all one narrative. Right. And most of it is just organizational, really. You know?
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Base of everything. That's why we can't get it together. We're unorganized.
We're not. You saw us before the show. We were like, Tim would be upstairs, and then T would be downstairs, and then they swap. Like, yeah, you see the kind of organization we got here.
But it works for you guys. You got colors and video games, and I see the duck, gun over here.
Duck
It's
hunt gun,
fantastic.
yeah. But anyway, so what I want to say is, if there's any way we can help,
Yes.
spread the word about shows, like,
Great.
and definitely keep in touch with us.
Yes.
Even if it's us just saying like, hey, your show's in now. Let's go see it. Like stuff like that.
Yeah, we're
Definitely
coming
let
to
us
see
know.
your show. I hope you know that.
Well, great. I appreciate that. Well, the show goes up in February, the 21st to the 24th.
Awesome.
At a place called the American Theater of Actors, which is on 54th Street, 314 West 54th, and it's a historic theater in New York. It's been around for 40-something years. We're actually doing an Indiegogo campaign right now, so if you type in the search Henry space V space play, it'll come right up.
Very cool.
Or if you type my name, LARISMACARIO, and it'll come up as well.
That's on the TV right now.
yeah,
You can't see it, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it'll come up on the TV. And so, yeah, I mean, any contribution is appreciated. If you can't, please forward it to all your people in
We'll definitely
in your network.
We'll tweet it out. We'll put it out in our Facebook.
Yeah,
group,
I mean, I
everything
really
like that, for
appreciate
sure.
that. And,
Absolutely.
and just so you know, I mean, these stories are epic, and there's a massive epic battle scene at the end of the play.
Ooh.
I'm not going to tell you how it ends. You
No
can probably
spoilers.
already
Yeah,
guess.
no
Yeah,
Somebody
spoilers.
die.
people die. It's a war play,
Okay.
for sure. But there are swords and slash throats and cool, and I wear a crown.
Hey, where
Awesome.
where is Henry from?
Henry V.
Yeah, where's he from?
He's from England.
I bet France wins.
we have a clip. What do we have? I know we have a clip.
Yeah, we have a clip of the campaign that he's running right now on Indiegogo.
Very cool. Let's throw to that.
Boom.
I play Henry V, the king. Henry's a man of conviction. And in a time where I don't know very many people like that, I really appreciated someone who was willing to risk life and limb for what he believed in, regardless of what the consequences were. And I don't know if he's justified in his beliefs, but he's willing to go all the way with them. And that, at least, is an admirable quality to me.
This play is a great play. It was written by Shakespeare over 400 years ago, and it's about a moment in history that was legendary. Even in Shakespeare's time, this play was a major idea in the minds of the Elizabethan audiences. And at the center of it is this hero. And a hero is not just someone we look up to. A hero is a complicated person.
When Laris reached out and talked to me about this project, one of the things that I found very interesting was the earthy quality that this production will have. It's more stripped down, and we're going to get to really see the characters and the humanity of these characters through the production. And that's very appealing to me because violence really brings that out.
We need your help to tell this story.
We can't wait to see you at the show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we'll definitely get that link out to everybody because
Thank you.
our friends, our audience, we call them the population.
The population, I saw
Population.
that.
They're not fans. They're the population. They're like family. I promise you. They support us in everything we do.
Oh, I appreciate it.
And
That's cool.
we're gonna
man.
get them to help you and support you in everything you do too.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you, population. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
now
and-
you're a part of the
yeah.
population.
Now you're part of it.
You're welcome to
glad.
the family.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we're gonna get that link out. We're gonna tweet it out. We're gonna put it out on our Facebook and stuff like that,
Thank
so we
you.
can help. And I say we make it a show outing. we can go once it's out in
Do
February.
it.
Absolutely.
We'd love to have
Definitely.
you. We definitely give you guys a 50% off or whatever it is for your fans to come out. I mean, you definitely.
Oh,
I mean,
that'd be amazing.
Anything would be fantastic.
That
Are
would
you going to
so
be
cool.
wearing that much makeup?
This much makeup, more, more. Especially the night you come.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Can I
Can
can I
try on a
apply it?
costume? I want to look like a pretty girl.
We can get you a dress.
Thank you so much for
What is
joining us.
happening?
Thank
It's
you
been
for
an
being
awesome.
on.
Lyris, you're the best, man.
When it gets closer to coming out,
Yeah.
we'll have you come back in and say like, hey, it's coming out.
I would love that. Thank you very
Thanks so
much.
much for joining us.
I
All
can't
right,
wait to
guys.
see it, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely.
Thank you
guys,
very much.
Stay tuned. We've got another guest after the break. We got so much more popping off after this. Stay tuned, everybody.
Thanks, Lyris.
Bye. Thank you.